So Mia, this has been a project that's been coming for a while. We've been waiting for it for a while, and I know that it's a collaboration with your brother Sven, and that to some degree, I don't know how much, it's based on his experiences as a DJ. So I guess what I wanted to ask you, if it's not too awkward a question, is at what point did it come to you that you wanted to tell his story, and how did you then bring that to him, and what was that? Was that something that was a kind of a fraught thing, perhaps?
A kind of a what?
Fraught.
Well, I think it came progressively. Like, I think first my idea was to make a film about my generation. What I mean is that after I had done my previous film, Goodbye First Love, which was a very personal film as well, but a film that was really focusing on my own, on a character inspired by my own story as an adolescent, I felt the desire to try to look at the same period in a different way, and I tried to figure out what I had in common with people of my generation. What was the thing that gave us some energy, that was something kind of defining for us, and I realized that was really the music, and that's what actually led me to my brother's story, because he was a DJ, he's been a DJ during 20 years, and I realized that in a way, if I wanted to make a relevant film that would grasp the atmosphere or the spirit of my generation, maybe the most stimulating way to tell the story was to make a film about, not about the things in general, but about my brother's pathway, about his story, about his life, because he had been so much involved in that scene. He knew that so well. I mean, he's literally spent 20 years of his life in clubs. That I couldn't imagine a better way to talk about that period of time, what it was to be 20 or 25 years old in the 90s and live really in the center of this electronic music scene. And so I started to tell him about this idea, and I think it was the perfect timing in a way for him, because he was actually trying to change life, turn this page. He was facing problems. He was really tired of this life, actually, and the idea of making a film where he was involved in the writing, but involved in the whole process, was a way for him to kind of move on, and at the same time think of what was the meaning of that for him. So I was lucky that it was the right time, both for me and for him, to do something together, to mix like the fact that I'm a filmmaker and he was a DJ, and that the fact that maybe we could do something good with the both vocations we had.